the pomp and ceremony. Part and parcel of every State of the Nation address. But once inside the National Assembly, smiles quickly turned to frowns. Opposition MPs and members of the media in the public gallery were outraged. It soon emerged that the State Security Agency had used a scrambling device to block cell phone network signals in the House.
It was clearly a form of censorship, prohibiting journalists from doing their work, not being able to live tweet, and also not being able to file their stories. And the whole exercise in itself was futile because at the end of the day, all the journalists, they had front row seats in the National Assembly, and maybe in half an hour or an hour after the events took place, they could give a blow-by-blow account of what happened.
I now call on the Honourable the President to address the joint sitting.
Calm and the network signal were eventually restored, setting the scene for President Jacob Zuma to take to the podium. But EFF MPs weren't interested in his address, at least not until the President had answered their question.
Honorable
we want to speak.
We are appealing to your conscience. Hopefully it still have revolutionary content.
Allow us to speak. I also order the security officers to please assist.
But Honorable Speaker, we want to speak.
As the altercation escalated, blows were traded inside the National Assembly.
The security forces must come in terms of the Powers and Privileges Act.
Members of the NCOP, take your seats. Take your seats. Members of the NCOP, Honorable Jamini, take your seat.
The nation watched in horror.
There's a time for everything, and I mean that disruption wasn't the time and place for that.
To me, as a citizen, it's seriously worrying, and yes, we need to address what's going on in the country, but I think we can do it in a rather peaceful way and not so disruptive and unrespectful.
I was shocked with the events of the night because we haven't had such kind of events we haven't actually had in a very long time such kind of incident in the Parliament. But I think it was also good on the other side that it kind of wakens up the government.
With EFF MPs eventually ejected from the House, President Zuma got back to the business of his State of the Nation address and officially opening Parliament for 2015. The events of that unprecedented night in February laid the foundations for what would become a very robust and busy year in Parliament. It was a year filled with high tension and what many called high drama. But more importantly, though, it led to an urgent review of Parliament's rules.
Well, that's a wrap of your business news.